Hey guys, so we are back again with another reading, and this one is all about your April predictions. So, what you have to look forward to during the month of April. So, we are going to see what good things will be coming in, what things you should be aware of, what you have to look forward to, the shifting, changing energy, and all the predictions of what's going to be going on in your life during the month of April. So, I'm really excited to get into all of it. Today, we have a traditional pick a card selection for you guys. So, maybe you already feel drawn to a certain pile, and if you do, that's totally cool. You can skip ahead at any point and go straight into that. And I'm going to show you guys the numbers of each of the card piles as well. So we have pile number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So if you guys need more time to decide, you can totally rewind, pause, take as much time as you need. And since I do try to make my intros a little bit longer than this so you have more time, I will mention my Patreon. Link is in my bio for that. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely join the party over there. We have a ton of readings over there. And I think that's literally the only other thing I have to mention. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and jump into pile 1. Hey, pile 1. So for your pick a card, you guys got Gaia's Garden, Fruition, Abundance, Reaping What You Sow. And for your tarot, you got the 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Hierophant, and Death. So I can already tell that this is going to be an abundant month for you, focused on making money. It feels like you guys are having to continue to work during this time. It doesn't feel like you've reached 10 of Pentacles status where you can just kind of chill and relax, but it feels like you guys are on this path towards achieving your dreams and really making a lot of money, to be honest with you guys. I mean, the first 3 cards are Pentacle cards. I feel like you guys are continuing to learn, and there may be a new income stream coming in or a change in how you work that I feel like could lead to even more money. Even though it feels like you guys are making good money this month, I feel like there's going to be some shift. I'm seeing more towards the end of the month that will really change things for you. Like maybe you guys have been like, I'm making money, but I would like to be making more, or I would like to change my schedule or something like that. With the Death card ending, I do feel like you guys are going to really shift and there's a change coming in. And I see that change making things a lot easier for you guys, making things a lot flow more easily for you. So you're not having to work so hard. Although I see you guys continuing to work and it feels like you like your work in this pile, or you're enjoying some aspect of it. It doesn't feel like, I feel some excitement here, and we do have the Page of Wands, which is a very excitable type of energy. So it feels like you guys are not, breaking your back at a job you hate. I'm not saying you guys love, I know everyone probably has issues with their job, but it feels like for the most part, this is a positive work energy with you guys continuing to put in the work, but then a change coming in that allows you to maximize your revenue and adjust your schedule maybe to be more of what you guys like. With the Hierophant coming in, I see you guys getting authority in your field and respect. So you guys become more respected, and there's a level where I feel like some of you guys, maybe at first in whatever field this was, you were treated like a newcomer, kind of like Page of Wands, very young, excitable, like, oh, this person, they're new at it, and maybe they have some talent, but they're just brand new, fresh. And now it feels like you guys are moving to a place where people are recognizing what you guys bring to the table and treating you with more respect. The Hierophant is a card that gets a lot of respect. So I feel like it's like people are starting to kind of know your name, you know what I mean? And if they took you for granted earlier, or thought they could kind of run you out, or thought, that you weren't going to stick around that long or something like that, it's like that is ending, that is over. And you guys now are just really building a name for yourselves, really getting a lot more respect. So I feel like that is a huge advantage for you guys in this field, and I'm excited for you guys with that. Let's get more cards though. So we got Willow Spirit, Flexibility. We got Dragonfly Spirit, Change, Pegasus, Transcending, and Maple Spirit, Generosity. So I do see you guys getting more money and abundance to the level where maybe you can be a little more generous with people. Like maybe you guys can, leave a big tip for someone, or like you have money to donate to people or something like that. I feel like you guys are really moving to a place of, like I said, a much higher status, with transcending. It feels like whatever position you guys were at in the past, I see in the past for a lot of you guys, there was more uncertainty and it felt like this was kind of precarious. And it feels like you guys are kind of getting your sea legs, so to speak. Like you guys are really learning how to manage this situation. Getting your sea legs is a phrase, like if you don't, I don't know if everyone uses that, but it basically means at when someone's at sea, like on a boat or whatever, they're used to being on dry land where everything's flat and where, you can just, you're not affected by the waves moving up and down. And so sometimes it takes people a minute to adjust to like that movement of the sea. And by a minute, I mean, I don't know how long, but like weeks or months. But then so sailors at first might be throwing up all the time or might just not be used to it. But then after a certain point, they get adjusted and they're like, oh, okay, this is how it is. And their body adjusts. So I feel like you guys have adjusted to this. Whatever this situation is, it's like, okay, I'm used to it. And I think there's like a lot of empowerment coming in with change and flexibility. I just feel like there's something that happens where you've been wanting to fix this work situation. There's something you guys will be able to do that makes it a lot easier. It's not as hard for you to manage whatever this is because of this change that happens. So there's something that you become aware of like, oh, you know what, I could do it this way. Or if I switch this would be a lot easier. And whatever that is, it's like a major key moment that everything becomes a lot easier as a result. And I think there's a message from Spirit. Just be flexible, be open to whatever this is, because I see it coming in as very like a needed change. Even if at first you're like, oh, well, I'm kind of in my routine and I don't really want to switch this up too much. It's going to be a blessing, and I feel like you guys are going to be able to work a lot easier as a result of it. So don't fight it. If it comes up and at first you're a little intimidated by it, don't let that, keep you from doing it, because I see it as being very, very positive. So let's get more cards. So we got wonders, we got blessings, solitude, happiness, going forward, and opportunity. Wow. I mean, a lot of positivity this month. And I feel like this is like my career girl card or career boy card, where there's just a lot of focus on career, success, abundance. You guys might be those people that like, whenever I do a love reading, you're like, I guess I'll watch it, but I don't really care, because you're so focused, I feel, on doing well, or at least this is just the major theme that Spirit is bringing up for you. Maybe you guys are wanting love, but to be honest, this month, I see some of you guys continuing. It feels like some of you guys are kind of solitary, like working yourself, focused on yourself. And I see that continuing. I do see some of you guys, you might have some opportunities to socialize, or there may be going out things that happen. But the main thrust of things seems to be this individual journey you're on, like this card, which I love. It just feels like you guys are moving down this track. And I feel like I really love the destination, but right now you're in the middle of it. Like you're not at the end yet. But I see a lot of happiness coming in. I feel like what's coming to mind for you guys is the word mastery. Like you've started figuring things out. You started really knowing your path. So I feel like you guys are really getting a hold of this. I feel like before, it seems like you guys were really kind of, I don't want to say struggling, but there were aspects of your job that you just couldn't really get your head around fully. Like there were things in your job that you were like, okay, I think I'm good at this, but this is really hard, and I wish I was better at that. And it was causing tension for you guys. And I just see that smoothing out, and I see you guys really figuring it out to such a degree that like it's just so easy for you. It becomes like smooth sailing. I keep getting all these sailing, boat, sea metaphors. Maybe you guys feel connected to the beach or the sea. Maybe you'll be taking a trip to the sea or to the seaside, the beachfront. I don't know, but I just see smooth sailing. I see it being a lot easier and beautiful. Like I feel like you guys are taking time out of your day for beauty. So maybe it's like you realize that your schedule works better if you wake up at 6 a.m. to work out. And there's something about that like whenever you're driving to the gym or heading down to your gym in your building or whatever, you happen to see the sunset every morning. Like it just is shining in really pretty into the gym or into your windows or something. And it's just like, some of this work you're doing is actually going to present you with these opportunities to see, I feel like, really beautiful things, and like really gives you joy, because of this new schedule you're on. Like, it's like you're just really enjoying it. It feels like, again, before you're kind of, I keep getting sea metaphors, you're kind of like doggy paddling. You know, when someone doesn't know how to swim and they're kind of like just treading water, and they're trying to like swim, but they're really bad at it and they're kind of splashing around and having trouble. And then they kind of master it and they start swimming and it's just really easy. I see that as like before you were kind of struggling for air, like, oh, how do I figure this out? This is really hard. And now it's like, oh, I got this. And so you have more opportunity in your life for like, you know what, I can leave early and take, and go get happy hour with my friends, or I can like something about just be seeing beautiful stuff. Like maybe you're like, I'm going to take a daily walk around my neighborhood and it's just really pretty. You know, it is April, we are getting spring, so it's a beautiful time to be outdoors, but I just see you taking in a lot of natural wonders. And I do see this major opportunity coming in. I feel like this is going to be like a, I don't know, like a job opportunity or like an offer someone makes you, like someone being like, you know what would you want to cover this part of the case, or you could try this, or I want to pay you to do this. And I just feel like it's like whatever this changes, I see it very positive and as a major thoroughfare or like route to a lot of Ten of Pentacles energy and like a lot of abundance. So it's like right now we're still having to work, but whatever this opportunity is that comes in, business opportunity, career opportunity, this is like the major key to unlocking this beautiful future that I think you guys have wanted. And so you're continuing to put in the work now, but something about this new opportunity you're being presented with is going to really transform a lot of things for you. So I also want to we got manifestation, forgiveness, and courage. So it's interesting you're getting forgiveness. Maybe some of you guys will be having someone from your past contact you or try to reconcile with you. I feel like you guys seem like this pile seems so laser focused on career, on success, on abundance, that I don't know if you guys are that open to it. But I see people, sometimes this is what happens when someone reaches success. The people that were like not that friendly or didn't treat you that well will see you're succeeding, and suddenly, they want to text you, they want to call you, they want to show up. It's like, oh my God, hey girl, how have you been? And it's like, you haven't talked to me in like a year. What's going on? Why are you contacting me now? But maybe people are going to be seeing you succeed and suddenly, they want to buddy up to you guys. They want to step back into your life. And so that will be up to you whether you want to accept that person or not. But I see that, like, again, with the Hierophant, a lot of people are noticing this like new status for you guys, this new reputation you guys are having. Like, I feel like you guys are just, people are really noticing you. That's coming through really strong. Like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's in your office or what, but like, I feel like people are seeing this success. It's not just like, sometimes someone's just working on success and they're just alone in their room, or they're just, writing and just trudging away. And I do see you guys mostly working alone, to be honest, but I just see a lot of people noticing whatever you have going on. I see like maybe your coworkers are like, wow, they've been really on point with the work, or maybe, I don't know, like I just see maybe awards or just people like all eyes on you type of energy. So one thing I think I kind of skipped over a little bit, the Death card, and I mentioned it in passing, but I do want to talk more about it because it is a major arcana, major important card. And I do think you guys should know that, there may be something coming to an end in your life. And I think the Death card is really positive. The Gem Goddess was mentioning this in one of her videos, and I think it's a great point. She said it's her favorite card in the whole tarot. And I can totally see that, because it's like a huge major moment, major key, transformative moment, even though a lot of people don't react happily to the Death card. Things that are ending in your life, that's a blessing. It's supposed to end. I just posted on my Instagram stories the other day. You can follow my Instagram. I'll try to put the link in my bio for that. But that, somewhat, it was something about like, you're over here having things ending that will cause you the most blessings in your life, and you're sitting here crying. You're having like a cheater relationship end with a cheater, or like a job that was horrible for you and that's going to lead you to the biggest success in your life, and you're over here crying about it. And it's so true, because so many people, they don't want to hear something's ending. They can't envision something new, but it's like, trust me, the spirit has infinite abundance for everyone. It's kind of like people getting so upset about, like, I don't want to let go of this dress, I love this dress. But it's like, would you ever think that like you're never going to have another dress again in your life? Like, you know, fashion companies release new clothes constantly. They release their summer collection, their spring collection, their cruise collection, fall, winter collections. Like, they are always putting out new clothes. There's always something new. So if this thing ends for you guys, whatever this is, I do see you guys making this change in your life. I don't know if it's going to be huge, but it could be for some of you guys. It could be a big change. It could be something you're like, I really wasn't expecting that. But there's something presenting itself and something ending that I think is just a huge positive change. I see it yielding to a lot of good things. So just have a little courage with that. Don't be afraid of it, because some of this is stuff you tried to manifest and you've been working on for a long time. With the Page of Wands, that's a very enthusiastic card too. I just want to mention that again, is that this month I see you guys having so much enthusiasm for life and being so like excited about things. And I feel like that energy is one of these things that leads to this major change, is because you guys are coming in with such a positive attitude of like joy and enthusiasm. And so don't be afraid of any of the changes that present themselves, and don't be afraid to see things go, because that's a major part of bringing in the manifestations. It's not just welcoming in the new, it's releasing the old. So let's get more cards. So we got grounding, go deep, explore your roots, transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges, first light, beginning a new cycle, desert passage, trust there's a divine plan, and taking shelter. The answers are within. So all these cards about something new and something transforming. And the phoenix on this only comes when it's burnt down to the ashes. So that process sometimes of burning something down to the ashes is not the most fun, but know that it's for the best. So I honestly don't see like a super traumatic ending in this pile. I mean, it could be for some people, but I'm not seeing like more of that tower moment. It's just more of like, I feel like this is a positive change. And depending on your relationship to change, some people are very resistant to change. But I think if you guys can keep the perspective, this feels like mostly all positive to me. It doesn't feel like you guys are clinging on to this. But if there is that moment of reticence or like hesitation, or like, I don't want this to end, just keep your eyes focused on the prize. And just, you know, one of my mantras that I always say is, all things happen for my best and highest good. All things happen for my best and highest good. So anything that's ending is supposed to end. Anything that's being escorted out of your life, think of spirit like the bouncer, and like, at the club, once in a while, someone's getting out of control, saying crazy stuff, acting crazy, and they need to be escorted on out because they're not helping the vibe, right? So you gotta bring that bouncer in once in a while and have them like pull out, you know, a guy who's being disrespectful or whatever, and that keeps the party going. That keeps everything fun. So make sure like you're not getting mad at the bouncer when he removes something. You're like, oh, thank you so much for removing that, because now I know it's gonna flow a lot better. There is a divine plan here, and I feel like whatever you guys are being brought into, it's just so positive. And I don't want you guys to think I'm saying that something bad is going to happen this month, because I'm really not getting that vibe. I just think there's a change, and I just want you guys to be open to this change. I see it happening more in your work sector. I see like some kind of a shift in how you're working, or what you're working on, or how you do your work. And I feel like some of you guys, you might be like, but I'm just coming into my own with this, or I have my schedule figured out, or but there's this change that's going to be very positive. So I also feel like there's a message to go outside. I see you guys spending some time outside, going for walks, stuff like that. So make sure you guys actually do that. Again, I'm seeing the beach for a lot of you guys, and a beach ball. Maybe some of you guys are going to be like playing around, playing with friends. I see some of you guys going for drinks with friends and stuff. But again, it feels like you're mostly on this path alone. And I think you guys are okay with that. Let me get some cards from this pile. I keep getting called to this pile, or this deck. So the Fairy Oracle. Let's see. Find balance. Okay. Let's see. And I do see you guys figuring out, like I mentioned, your schedule and getting your grasp of this. Wow, abundance. So again, more of this emphasis on money, success. Friendship, I definitely see some friendship happening this time and you guys actually spending time with friends. This is definitely the vibe. I'm glad we pulled these cards and I felt so called to pull them because it's like I feel like you guys are really getting some mastery, stepping into yourself. Like you finally figured things out, and I think you're aware that things that are going to need to end are going to need to end, but I'm not seeing that like you need to make a major change. The Death card can talk about a major ending, but this seems more to me like tweaking little details, like, okay, this needs to end, that needs to end. And it's a general reading, so some of you guys might have a major ending, but I just feel like you guys are really coming into your own, and there's things exiting that need to exit, and it's kind of like pruning a hedge. It's not like your hedge is completely overgrown and it all needs to be chopped up, but you know, even that one sprig that's out of place can make it not look like that perfect, you know, pristine, pruned hedge that, you know, you see in like a really nice neighborhood with just perfect straight lines. So it's like we got to get all those extra little twigs and leaves out of the way. And I see you guys really doing that and coming into your own. Like I just feel like this, I feel like it's like you guys figured it out or graduated or something. Like this is like I got it. I got myself. I know what I'm doing. I'm in, like, just I'm flourishing, and we got flourish. And with friendship, I do see, even though you guys are mostly working alone, like I mentioned, I see you guys going out with friends and spending time with friends and just enjoying. Like I feel like something about this change schedule allows you to spend more time with other people, or allows you to have more opportunity to like hang out with people, or I don't know. You know, something about your old schedule before felt like you just had no opportunity. You were just working, or you were just kind of nose to the grindstone. Now it feels like you're starting to kind of poke your head out more, and you're focused on work, but you have more time to like enjoy. So I think, yeah, like I'm excited for this. It's not like this month's major focus is on socialization, because it's not. It's mostly on work. But again, it's a lot more balance. It's a lot, and we did get finding balance, and it's a lot more balance in your life. It's not just all work. It's more of play time too. And I'm hearing all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So I just think you're mastering your schedule, and then it allows you to actually spend time with friends and stuff. So let's get some astro dice for pile one and find out the astrological energy. Oh my goodness. So we got Saturn, we got the 8th house, and we got Libra. So Saturn, planet of hard work. So that is definitely a theme. Like you're still having to work during this time. So I definitely see that continuing. Saturn rules Capricorn, and it also rules the 10th house. 10th house also has to do with public recognition, public honors. It's the midheaven. So again, this theme of you guys getting some kind of public recognition and people being very aware of the work you're doing. I just feel like you guys have had a lot of consistency, and you're continuing on with that. You're continuing to be consistent and to just push yourself. And I think because of that, you get recognized. Like people are just like, wow, they always turn everything in on time, or they're always there when we need them, or they always do a great job. It's really high quality. So again, people are noticing it, and there's a lot of public recognition happening. Whether I don't think you guys are fully aware of this. Like I see this as not, it's not like you're going to be, I mean, some of you could be, it's not like you're going to be presented with an award or a trophy or the key to the city quite yet, but it's like people are noticing, people are talking about you. People are like, wow, did you see that this person finished that project right on time, and like they went under budget and blah blah blah. I don't know, of course it depends on your field, but like people are kind of talking about you, not in a jealous way though, which is good. Usually that comes with jealousy, but I'm not sensing so much jealousy. Or maybe if there is, you're just protected from it, because the major theme is like positive recognition in a really good way, celebratory moment. So 8th house has to do with Scorpio and Pluto. And 8th house is a house of ending transformations. We did get the Phoenix, which relates to the highest octave of Scorpio. So, you know, again, don't be afraid to let things end, to let things die. Pluto is the underworld. It is death to a certain extent. So be aware that you know, like I said, we got death card. Things are going to be escorted out of your life. Things are going to be kicked out, and that's okay. And 8th house is also like Pluto is transformation, transformative things. transformative life experiences. So there's something big happening in April, like really for you guys, that's going to alter a lot. It's going to be a major key moment that's going to really escort you into this new life, that I think is a really beautiful life. And then we have Libra. So Libra is ruled by Venus. It is Venus is the planet of beauty, of abundance, of a lot of beautiful energies, happiness. And I love Venus. I mean, it's like, in my opinion, the ultimate benefic, that and Jupiter. So you could debate on which one, but I love Venus. And for me, I just feel like this is a wealth time. This is a good time. It's funny because you got Saturn and then you got Venus. So like the kind of malefic and then the ultimate benefic. So you got a really good balance between working hard and having fun and enjoying this month. And that's where I say mastery, because it feels like you figured out the balance of life, of like, it's not one or the other. We don't need to just have a month of just sheer indulgence and just having a blast and just hanging out with friends 24/7. And we don't need to have a month of just only working and just nose to the grindstone and we never leave. It's good to have an in-between, and I feel like you guys figured that out. This just feels like a good month overall of like high production. Like you guys are working, you guys are putting stuff out, but you're also taking that time to enjoy, to have fun, to indulge a little bit, to have a great time. And I think that that's so important. And I just, yeah, this is really positive. So I think I see you guys continuing on this work you're doing, getting some upgrades to how you work mentally, mental downloads. And Libra is the mental version of Venus. It is an air sign version of it. So you're getting some mental downloads about like, I can fix this, or I should do this. An offer presented also that might change things. Something ending, which I think corresponds to this offer. I'm seeing something leave and come in at the same time, like in coalition to each other. So maybe it's like you get a job offer and it would involve you leaving your old job or something like that. But it's like they're coming in simpatico, as my mom would always say, same time. So at the same moment. So it's like they're coming in hand, this end and this new thing. And it's like a major upgrade. It might not come across that way at first. You might not be like, oh, like sometimes, someone wins the lottery. It's not like that kind of a change. It's like, oh, I'm just going to make this little tweak to how I work, or I'm just going to, sure, I'll take this job opportunity. And you don't realize that this is going to be huge for your abundance. This is the first step, but ultimate destination is that 10 of Pentacles. So like, keep working on this, welcome in these changes, enjoy yourself in the meantime. And I see this as really stepping you towards this beautiful destiny and what you guys have been working on. And we got manifestation. You guys are manifesting your dreams this month. So we're continuing on this path, and I feel like your guides want to give you some credit. I'm seeing them clap. I'm seeing them so happy with everything you guys have done and all the work you've been doing. Like, you've figured out a lot. You guys are some smarties in this pile. So your guides are very impressed, and I see you guys as just achieving this huge success celebration moment. So awesome month for you guys. I'm really excited for you guys. Pile 1, Master Manifestor energy coming in right now. So I love this for you guys. So I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did in the comments, and make sure to give this reading a big thumbs up if it did. And also make sure to turn on those notifications and subscribe. And if you want to see my additional videos, you can check out my Patreon. A link is in my bio for that, where I post extra readings all the time. So yeah, I am sending you guys so much love and light. I hope you guys have an amazing day and take care of yourselves. Bye. Hey, pile 2. So for your pick card, you guys got empowerment, and for your tarot, you got the 5 of Cups, the Star, the Emperor, King of Swords, 6 of Wands, and 8 of Swords. So for a lot of you guys this month, you guys are going to be doing really amazingly on social media. You guys are going to be the center of attention, and that's some kind of a focus. For some of you guys who might not have social media, it will be a situation where all eyes are on you. A lot of people are noticing you, paying attention to you. You guys get some kind of public acclaim and recognition this month that I feel like you guys have really wanted. For those of you guys who are trying to make a business out of social media, be it YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, that is going to be going really well, and you're going to get a lot more attention this month and maybe some kind of a breakthrough happening. I feel like there's just whatever is happening with your social media is really on point. Even if you just have kind of a private account, like maybe people are going to be seeing you going to a lot of parties, glamorous trips, and people are just going to be noticing this and all eyes on you. People are going to be really blown away by whatever you have going on with this during the month of April. So this is super exciting. I see some of you guys having vacations or posting really glamorous photos, and others of you continuing on with working in this kind of a field, and maybe, like I said, some kind of a breakthrough or real increase in this area. For some of you guys, I feel like you might have been feeling kind of depressed or almost lost about certain things or stuck in a certain situation. This might have to do with some of you with the King of Swords and the Emperor, so like an oppressive kind of male figure who might be very good with his words, pretty logical, very good at thinking through situations, maybe good with math or business, or just very intelligent. And this person might feel a little oppressive. And I feel like maybe that's making you guys feel stuck, and it's something where it doesn't feel so great. And I feel like you guys realize by the end of this month that you are so powerful. You don't need to put up with this person, or there's a way out emerging where maybe you felt oppressed by this person, and it's like you realize that actually you are free. You always have been free. With the Eight of Swords and the Five of Cups, that can talk about a realization that like you had the power all along. Or it might be something revealing itself of like, you know what, I could handle this situation by doing this. I could go there, I could try this, and that would be a way out of this. There's a way to extricate yourself. But by the end of the month, I don't see you guys feeling as stuck. I see you guys emerging and being like, you know what, I'm really powerful. Because with both of those cards, that talks about a situation kind of not being as bad as you might think. So something, you know, and having more personal power than we would think. Like maybe we feel stuck, but we're actually super free. Maybe we feel like there's no way out, but there's actually a lot of ways out, and there's a million things we could do to change the situation. For some of you guys, I'm getting though, it might be romance with those two cards. It may be a very powerful man coming in and being very charming, and someone who would be quite logical and I feel like pretty forthright, direct, mentally really strong, really smart, coming into your life to sweep you off your feet or be exciting. And this person, I feel like, would be very enamored by you because of this star energy you're exuding, where so many people have their eyes on you, and you guys just seem like you have a lot of charisma this time. So a really exciting month for you guys. Let's get more cards and clarify some of these situations. So we got boundaries, we got clarity, we got trust, closure, and peace. So as I was saying, you guys are going to get clarity on some of these situations. If you've been feeling confused or like you don't really know how to handle them, you're going to get the answers of how exactly you should deal with it. And again, a situation that you may have been feeling really confused about and kind of stuck by, you're going to realize that actually you can handle it in a certain way that's really going to benefit you. And it's not as bad as you might think. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're going to get the answers you've been seeking, and you're going to possibly leave this situation behind with closure and boundaries. If this is a male, it could also be a feminine or a woman who's in her masculine energy. You know, I'm getting like pretty aggressive type of person. You're going to figure out how to deal with them, how to put up boundaries, and how to leave the situation behind. Maybe for some of you guys, it's a really difficult boss or a really difficult parent, and you get the answers of like, this is how I should approach them, this is how I should deal with it. And maybe you ultimately decide you're just gonna bounce and leave this situation behind, and you don't want to deal with it anymore. But by the end of this month, I see you guys having this clarity, having the answers you guys have been seeking, and being ready to deal with this situation in a way that empowers you. So you're not having to put up with someone else's emotions and their whims and their wants and their desires, because I feel like this person is really good with their words and probably knows how to like present different situations. And so now you get this inner empowerment. Either way, I feel like the theme this month for you guys, I was saying that and then I realized your card was empowerment. I didn't even realize that as I was, you know, putting that sentence together in my mind, but empowerment truly is the theme for you guys. You are coming out of this month by the end of it not feeling stuck, feeling very strong. And for some of you guys, if you've been working on social media, it may have to do with that. It doesn't have to be with this male figure that I'm picking up on for some of you. If you don't have that in your life, that's totally cool. Then the empowerment comes through this social media, through this thing you guys have been working on. And I feel like you guys, by the end of April, I feel like you guys enter into spring summer season being very like, I'm feeling myself by Beyonce. So either way, there's a lot of strength and power that comes through. So for some of you guys, you might be, again, dating more, and I'm getting that you would be very attracted. If there is a man coming in, you're going to be very attracted to him because of this charisma he exudes. So let me get more cards. So we got Raven Spirit, Truth, Standing Stones, Passage, Toadstools, Growth, and Spirit Guardian of Summer, Expansion. So like I said, we're entering into summer with so much power. This is an expanded power that you guys have. Maybe it's social media growing, maybe it's your business growing, or just that mental clarity that allows you to know, because I almost feel like some of you guys have allowed yourself to get triggered by different people, or you have, allowed certain people into your life that you actually do need to set boundaries with. And so I see those people being removed from your life, and you getting the awareness that it's the way for you to deal with it is by approaching it in a certain way, and you get those answers. And this is like a very pivotal change in your life where you're not so held back by, wondering how to deal with them, or not being sure of how to approach things, or feeling kind of, I want to say, victimized by them, as if, they're kind of running your emotions. But by the end of it, you are unflappable. You know what I mean? You guys know exactly what to do and how to handle it, and you have a lot of growth happening. So I feel like this is a turning point kind of moment in your life, where if you have held down by certain people, they're starting to leave your life. And I also feel like, again, you guys might be having some romance. I just keep seeing that image of, an attractive guy who is kind of a logical, left-brained type of guy. He might not come off as like the flirtiest. He might seem kind of business-like, or kind of like very logical, very direct, like very literal type of person, you know what I mean? And pretty powerful in whatever field he works. Even if he's like a bartender, I feel like he would be very powerful. But I feel like again, you guys are the center of attention this month. So if you're going out to bars, if you're going out to restaurants, all eyes are going to be on you. People are going to be noticing you and paying attention to you. And people are going to be like, you guys are going to be exuding this star quality, this star energy. Six of Wands is saying that a lot of people are going to have their eyes on you, possibly through social media. So make sure you guys are, keeping your looks on point this month, because I just feel like whenever you go out, people are going to be noticing you. And I do think this is a month when you guys should be going out and making the best of things. And sometimes when we are in an energy of feeling down, or feeling like someone isn't treating us right, we can kind of cocoon ourselves into hermit mode and just stay away from the world. But I feel like you guys should be pushing yourselves to get out there, because this is a ripe time for you guys to get the kind of attention that everyone wants, right? I'm hearing that girl. Maybe you guys have been trying to be that girl, like that social media trend. But it's like, I feel like if you go out to a bar, everyone's going to be turning to check out your outfit and see what you guys have wearing. So maybe you guys should, brush up on a makeup routine, or, and it's not to say that like you guys need to shift anything like that. I just think sometimes when we like upgrade something, like it makes us feel really good. Like when I do like a hair mask, even though my hair might not feel that different afterwards, I still feel like pampered, and I feel good and confident. So I just feel like there's like confidence coming through. And if you guys, feel better once you've upgraded your outfit, like make sure to do that. Make sure to lean into this Venus energy, because you're going to have more focus on you. It's kind of like if you knew that like a paparazzi was going to take your photo, you would like to pay more attention to what you're wearing and how you're dressed, right? So think of this month as the month when like the paparazzi are out, people are noticing you. And so if it makes you feel better to dress up, I definitely think do that. I feel like a lot of you guys who are feminines are going to be attracting a lot of masculine energy, and my masculines are going to be attracting a lot of feminine energy. People are going to be paying major attention to you this month. So if you have been considering upgrading your makeup routine or changing your outfits or something like that, this is definitely the time to do it. I feel like a lot of the things you guys have been working on and hoping to grow there, that's going really well, and everything is happening just the way it should. So think of this as kind of a transitional month when you guys learn how to handle some of these negative emotions or feeling trapped and realizing the extent of your own power, realizing that when you go out, you guys are the center of attention, you guys are the main character, and that's because you're a star meant to shine. And so no one can hold you back from that. And if anyone tries, it's probably jealousy or something. But you're going to realize that you have the power. You don't need to even worry about anyone else because you're that powerful. You guys are like the sun. Just, you should think of like things as rotating around you. You know what I mean? So you don't need to worry or even be bothered if someone doesn't get it, or if they want to hate, let them hate, because it's not going to hold you back from this destiny you guys are leaning towards. So let me get more cards for pile 2. We got simplicity, transformation, change, potential, and leadership. So wow, like I said, this is like a growth month, and I see you guys making transformations mentally, and the King of Swords is a very mental energy card. So this is like, I feel like you guys are getting the answers. Maybe you stumble across a YouTube video that shows you how to manifest certain things really well, or shows you how to deal with like a difficult person. Maybe it's that Emperor, King of Swords that you guys are getting clarity on, of like, okay, how do I deal with this really difficult boss that I have, or how do I deal with this parent who's always difficult for me? And something about this information that you guys get is going to be that like puzzle piece that you needed, of like, oh, this is how I should approach them. Oh my God, I'm gonna just talk to them like this. And then whatever that is, I see that really leading to a lot of growth for you, because I think this has been weighing strongly on a lot of your minds. Like whoever this person is in your life, obviously it's a general reading. It feels like they have been just negatively affecting your mentality and your emotions, and you've been feeling very stuck. And Spirit never wants us to feel stuck, because the truth is we have all the power in the world. And I know some people, have different situations, and like sometimes someone is legitimately stuck, but realize that at any point we can change our lives, we can extricate ourselves, and we can take the steps to, be on that path to extricating ourselves. Even if it takes a couple weeks or a few months, we can always extricate and get ourselves into a powerful position. And I see you guys heading towards that and moving towards that, and really transforming your brain from feeling stuck to realizing the extent of your own power. And maybe this is where this social media comes in, because I feel like if you guys have been trying to grow Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, that just blows up, and it does really, really well. And I feel like there's just like a power that comes to you from that. Like you feel confident because your posts are doing really well, and because you're getting support from that, and because you know that so many people are looking and admiring what you guys are doing, and it means something to you, So I see a lot of growth with whatever you guys are doing on social media, and there's a huge potential for abundance and success for you guys through that. So I think you guys should continue with that. I see you guys more stepping into a leadership position, maybe not this month, but like long term. Some of the changes that happen this month put you in alignment for these leadership positions, so that I feel like in the future, some of you guys might guide people. Maybe in this difficult situation you're in, it gives you wisdom and guidance on how to guide someone else who's in the same position. So maybe later on, you'll be in some kind of role where you're, encouraging people, like if you're in a difficult job position, here's how you can get out of it, or hey, here's how to approach your boss. But either way, I feel like a lot of people are looking towards you, and whatever you're learning during this month is something you guys will use at that time in your life to encourage others and to give people the messages that they need to hear. So don't think of it as like, I'm stuck in this situation and it's just not working for me. One of my favorite quotes that I say all the time to myself is, everything is working for my greatest and highest good. So everything is working for my greatest and highest good. So even those situations where we feel stuck or they're very negative, we can look look back later and be like, wow, I realized so much. And so I feel like it's almost like some of you guys might be overcomplicating things. Maybe you feel really stuck. Maybe you're like, there's no way out of here. And like, I have to be in this situation. And it's like, no, it's actually really simple. You can get out of it by doing this. But I definitely feel like I am seeing some of you guys go out to like a nightclub or go out to a restaurant and just have fun. And I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to do that at this time, that would be good for you, because some of you guys may have been feeling bogged down emotionally by some of the people that are in your life. Maybe this strong masculine type figure has been really weighing on you and has been treating you badly and trying to make you doubt yourselves. I find a lot of people that are very distorted within themselves, they really love to make people doubt themselves. They really kind of enjoy the feeling of like making someone question their worth, question their own power. And so a lot of dysfunctional people end up doing that to people that they see have a lot of potential for strength and leadership. So I feel like if that's happening to you and you're doubting yourself in any way, you guys should trust that that's a sign of the potential you have, that is not a sign that, you know, you're not that great, but actually a sign that you are that special and you are that amazing. Because if you weren't, this person wouldn't be coming after you and trying to sabotage you the way you are. But they don't have the power you might think they have. I feel like if you guys kind of just block them out and ignore them, you'd actually wouldn't have to worry about them as much, because I see you guys throwing off like the chains either this month or in the upcoming months. And the stuff you learn this month is going to free you from the situation. So understand that sometimes things take time, and sometimes people are like, I want it to happen right now. And maybe it's not going to happen right now, but laying down the groundwork, learning the things that will extricate you will pay off so much in the long run. And I see this on a really positive trajectory. So let me get more cards for pile 2 about what's going to happen for them in April. What's going to happen for pile 2 in April? Look in a book. Okay. And I mentioned I see you guys getting mental clarity and mental learning this month. So that makes sense. Maybe you guys will be reading. I mean, I never think of someone reading a book nowadays, but maybe you'll be getting this clarity from a book. Okay, so we got inner child, nature signs, music, magical gateway. I want you guys to go out and like have time at like a restaurant where there is music. And maybe spend time in nature as well. But I just feel like it's like, this is the time for you guys to put yourselves out there. I'm getting a channeled message that for some of you guys, you're very down in the dumps about the situation you're in, where you're feeling extremely stuck. And some of you guys don't realize that this situation is actually causing you to glow up. It's strengthening you in the way that diamond is strengthened, or diamond, you know, a piece of charcoal turns into diamond, or a piece of coal turns into diamond after being under pressure. And actually, you might be feeling really insecure at this time. Sometimes, you know, narcissist type people can do that. They can make people question themselves. They love doing that, making someone feel unempowered. And it's almost like the thing is that you don't realize, because they really want me to say this, but it's because a narcissist, they are convinced that only one person can have the power and it has to be them. And if it's not them, you know, they won't do well. So they're trying to convince you that you don't have the power because they're threatened by you. But the reality is that the more they've come at you, I feel like you guys just physically are very glowed up right now. You might not feel like it. You might be like, how is that possible? I'm under so much stress. But I'm hearing that physically, whatever changes you guys have undergone recently, it's actually making you look more beautiful than ever. And people are very drawn to you right now. I think sometimes when someone feels a little vulnerable, they actually can be really beautiful at that time, just because they're energetically very open, and we're spiritually attracted to energetically open people. So even though you might feel like, why would anyone look at me right now? Like I'm going through a horrible time, not to be superficial or try to, you know, objectify anyone, but it's like right now, just physically and energetically speaking, you guys are exuding a lot of beauty. So take advantage of it. Go out and spend time in nature. And if you guys also want to like do tarot cards or do some kind of divination, I feel like this is a great time for that as well. I can tell you guys are in a sensitive energy this month, and you guys are feeling a little vulnerable. So nurture your inner child, take care of yourselves. I'm hearing oatmeal. So maybe some of you guys need to eat oatmeal or eat like healthy stuff for your diet and look after yourselves in that way. Look after yourselves physically. Sometimes when we're under a lot of stress, the self-care can go right out the window and we just can, get in a habit of eating unhealthily or not treating ourselves well, not doing self-care. I find the most important time to do self-care, especially spiritual baths, is when I'm going through a lot of stress. So for some of you guys, you might think about taking spiritual baths. This would be great if you are around a toxic person. So taking Epsom salt baths where you soak in salt. I like to say Psalm 23 over the water 3 times and ask Archangel Michael to cleanse me with his white sword of light of any negative energy. So that might be something you guys can do. And going out into nature, I feel like you guys are very much surrounded by your guides and your angels at this time. And so you might be getting signs and messages for them. So pay attention to what comes through. Let me get some astro dice for pile 2's month of April. So we got Libra, we got the 7th house, aka Libra, and we got the moon. So like I said, 7th house and Libra relate to Venus, aka beauty. You guys are going to be really exuding a lot of beauty. Your gentle energy at this time is like an aphrodisiac to people. They're just drawn to it like catnip. Like I know sometimes someone's like, how is someone attracted to me when I'm stressed? That's messed up or something. And I get it, but you can't control the energies of the universe. And right now you guys are exuding Venus energy. Maybe you have Venus or the sun or Jupiter transiting over your 7th house or your 2nd house or your 1st house, but you guys are just exuding a beautiful, or your 10th house, a beautiful energy that so many people's eyes are on you right now. And so like I said, be kind to yourself. Libra is all about that self-care and about, making themselves look good. So like I said, this just feels like a perfect time for you guys to, buy some new makeup or do some self-care of like a face mask or, change your haircut or buy some new clothes or something. Anything you can do to pamper yourself is, I think, a great idea, because with the moon, your emotions feel a little vulnerable at this time, but I feel like you come through the month very strengthened and a lot stronger, and you leave this month very victorious. And the moon is also about change. It's about, fluctuation. That's why the moon controlled the tide. So, the tide goes in and it goes out and it comes back, and the moon changes all the time. So that's the thing, is like, your situation is changing. Don't feel like you're stuck and there's no way out and it's going to be like this forever, because it's not. I see you guys glowing up this month, and the lessons you've learned helping you to build an empire. And maybe that's why we got the Emperor. Maybe you're turning into the Emperor and you're building this incredible empowerment. Never forget that the theme for this month is empowerment. It may not feel that way all the time. Sometimes when we're building and strengthening ourselves, we can be in the most amount of pain. It's kind of like when you work out at the gym and afterwards, like, your muscles hurt so bad. And if you didn't know what was happening, you'd probably think you were having like a health crisis. You'd be like, I can't walk. My legs are like about to fall off. And the reality is that actually you built those muscles so strong. You went ham at the gym and did the squats over and over, and now your muscles are stronger than ever. But it takes a little bit of time for that to happen. So sometimes when we're going through that pain, we just are like, oh no, this means it's not working, when the reality is it means it's working even more than we realize. So I just see you guys strengthening yourselves so much this month, and do whatever self-care you need to remind yourselves of what precious, beautiful angels you guys are, like these little gems. I'm seeing like jewels in someone's hand. I feel like that's what you guys are, and you're shining brightly like a jewel or a diamond this month. All eyes are on you like they would be to a beautiful ruby or emerald. So don't forget that. Don't let anyone bring you guys down. Step into your power and remind yourself of who you are. Maybe you guys could try saying positive mantras this month, like, I am beautiful, I am strong, and put yourselves out there. Like, I feel like don't think like, if you're feeling insecure this month, you should not be. That just shows that you're not seeing yourselves clearly. And we got the 8 of Swords. So, your mind might be playing tricks on you this month, but the reality is you're so glowed up this month. Everyone is noticing. You guys are center of attention, beautiful energy. So post a lot on social media this month. Go out, see and be seen, because you truly are beautiful this month. And I think you guys are going to attract some really powerful people, powerful men if you're a feminine, and people are going to really be so attracted and drawn to you. So don't let the interior feeling make you think that that's really what's going on the outside. Actually, this is your month to glow up, and you guys are doing that this month, and you're going to enter into May. I can already tell much stronger with such a beautiful energy, but there's a lot of positive momentum this month and a lot of learning and growth that happens. So pay attention to any messages you might get in a book or on YouTube or that you're learning about, because again, I also see you guys learning so much this month about yourself, and you're going to use this in the future as you guys step into your Emperor, MVP energy. So I really hope that helped, pile 2. Let me know if it did in the comments, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up as well if it resonated. And if you guys subscribe and turn on notifications, you can see more of my videos. And if you want to check out my Patreon, link is in my bio for that. If you want to see even more of my videos, I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. I hope you all take care of yourselves and have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey pal 3, so for your pick a card, you guys got Deceit, and for your tarot, you got the 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords, the Moon, 10 of Swords, and 9 of Pentacles. So I see you guys working really hard this month, and it's ending in 9 of Pentacles. So there seems like there's a completion moment or a new level that you guys do reach. I see you guys have been building and you're continuing to build on something. One thing that is coming through with the Moon and Deceit is that there may be certain situations in your life that you could be a little more honest with yourself about. Like, I feel like some of you guys might have been being, I don't know, overly optimistic or hoping someone had better intentions to you than they did. And maybe there's a little bit of a message of like, you can leave this situation behind. You don't have to stay with it. I feel like some of you guys, you've been hoping for the best with something, being very optimistic and kind of putting a smile on, and it's with the 6 of Swords, maybe it's time to leave certain things behind. And I feel like your guides may have been coming to you to try to kind of give you messages about this with the 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Maybe you guys have been getting downloads about a certain person, certain situation of like, this is a little shady, but you have been hoping for the best. And I think we all tend to do stuff like that, but the sooner you can, I think someone posted on Instagram the other day, you can follow me on Instagram, by the way, but someone posted on Instagram the other day something like the number one key to success is finding out someone has bad intentions for you and removing them from your life the first time. And I think that's really true. It's like when you don't want to be overly, looking out for someone who has bad intentions and overly paranoid. But I think when you feel like deep in your heart that someone isn't for you, and just they make little comments, little micro things where maybe you tell them good news, and instead of, you can just see a split second of them kind of not looking happy, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Wow, that's awesome. You deserve it. But you're like, I know that look in your eye. I saw the little tiny glance you made the first time I told you. Pay attention to that, because that is so important and so strong. Or maybe you tell them a little bit of bad news, and for just a glimmer of a second, they're happy. Or maybe they make lots of like faux concern comments where they're like, I'm just worried. You've seemed off lately, but you're just like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem genuine. Like, they're telling me I seem off, but I feel good. And I don't know. They're just always, I've actually been feeling more confident than ever. Pay attention to the people who are for you or not for you, because that can make or break, especially when you're trying to build something. Having a secret hater hidden in the shadows is one of the worst things ever. And I don't know if that's the case for all of you guys. It's a general reading, but I think this is a call from spirit of like, listen, pay attention and notice who's in your social circle. I think it's okay to be open to the world. You don't want to be closed off in hermit mode all the time, but also, when you get a red flag, don't just bypass it and be like, oh, it's no big deal. Because most of the time, if you're getting an inkling that someone isn't for you, they're not for you. Most of the time with like the people that are for you, you never have a moment of being like, was that a underhanded comment? I don't know. I mean, I think they were being friendly, but well, I don't know. It was kind of weird. Most of the time, like relationships that are meant to flow, they just flow. They're just easy. You just know for sure, like this person is for me. They like me. And so I don't know, for some of you guys, that may be a message is just be aware. And it might not even have to do with friends. It might not have to do with other things in your life. Maybe there's something you're kind of a situation you're hoping is going to turn around, or a boss you're hoping is going to notice you sooner or later. And sometimes that does happen. But I also feel like there's a message here of like, make sure you're being honest with yourself. Because I find the worst feeling, especially me as a psychic, the worst feeling I have is when I'm like, I knew that and I didn't listen. And my guides told me and I didn't listen. And they don't play with me anymore. So when I bypass the red flags, they like basically slap me across the face, spiritually speaking, obviously not literally, but like they'll definitely punish me. So that's the thing, is like you want to make sure you're listening the first time. When they tell you and and you feel it in your spirit that like, ugh, this situation is not for me, and then you try to be optimistic about it and put a smile on and be like, I'm gonna manifest my way into this working out for me. Well, I mean, if it's not fertile ground, it's not fertile ground. And sometimes it's just better to take that seed of whatever you're trying to work on and just go plant it in like a beautiful garden that has lots of room to grow, instead of trying to grow something in a desert. Can you grow it in the desert? Yeah, probably, but it's gonna be a lot more effort. It's gonna be a lot quicker and happen really beautifully when you're with a situation that supports you. So I just think that's a message I wanted to deliver for this group, because that's what's coming to mind, is some of y'all are kind of trying to look on the bright side, and I see you guys getting a lot of revelations this month about that. And maybe choosing to leave certain situations behind, to be honest, with the Ten of Swords. So, but I feel like whatever you guys are working on is going really well. I feel like you guys, I feel like the work is happening and you're continuing to work this month and you're seeing some of the fruition. I love that you ended with the Nine of Pentacles. So that says to me that there's going to be major growth happening this month, and maybe even some luxury situations with the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you'll be going out to like a really nice restaurant, really nice bar, traveling to a nice hotel, buying new clothes. Love that Nine of Pentacles energy. But let's get more cards for you guys. So we got Truth, Animals, Career, Happiness, Closure, and Inspiration. So truth coming out right off the top. There's some kind of a truth that you guys are going to find out about this month, or you might already kind of have an inkling, but not wanting to fully lean into it. But listen, this is the month to lean in, to take what Spirit is telling you and trust it and run with it. And don't try to look on the bright side or wish your way out of it, because that just doesn't work. When it's not for us, it's not for us. And the earlier we can pivot to find something that is for us, the better it is. No situation is permanent. So even if you're surrounded by shady shadesters from hell, you can still just walk on out of there, walk on out of hell and just move to a better situation, move up to heaven. So not, in like a death card kind of way, but just like in general, move into a heavenly, beautiful life. And I see you guys maybe leaving this behind with closure, maybe getting some of the clarity you need that really is like, okay, it's time for me to bounce out of this, or it's time for me to end this, and putting something in the past that you guys have been hoping will work out in the past. So now you can move into blessings. And I feel like you guys have a lot of positive cards. And I was just, I was putting out the cards and I didn't realize the order. I didn't realize I put these two together. Like I was just, kind of just putting them in the empty spaces. But we have career, happiness, inspiration lined up just like that. And these two over here. So I feel like this is your early energy. And then we end it with this career, happiness, inspiration. So positive. So this month, I feel like you're going to be having these opportunities for joy, for happiness, for feeling inspired, for working on your career. Maybe you'll be spending time with animals or something. But it's like, I feel like in a way, you guys feel like a very happy energy, to be honest. I feel like you guys are kind of happy-go-lucky, positive. You try to see the best in people. Sometimes a bright light like that can attract haters, or kind of like spiritual parasite type people, barnacle type people that just want to cling on to you and steal your light, and they don't want anyone else to have it. So maybe that's your situation, or that's what this is. But the thing is, no one can dim your light. They might be able to temporarily try to put a lid over it, but they can never make it go out. So that's the thing, is I feel like you guys are also shining, like once you're away from these situations, or just in general, you guys are shining really bright. And I could see you guys going out having a lot of fun. I feel like you guys will be looking good, and just, I feel like there's like something fun happening for you guys. I don't know if this is going out with friends or socializing, but I would love to see you guys take advantage of this energy and actually go out and actually spend time enjoying yourselves. Like maybe I'm seeing someone going to like an arcade, like Dave and Buster's or something like that. That might not be for everyone, but I feel like that's the energy. It's the energy of having fun. It's the energy of enjoying yourself. It's the energy of having a blast. And that's what you guys should be trying to do. Don't let anyone move you into like a morose energy, because naturally you guys are very high vibrational, upbeat type of people. So I feel like you guys are going to be very inspired. I'm seeing some of you guys write this month or put together some art or photographs or something. I feel like you guys are very artistic and have some artistic gifts. So this month I feel like you guys will be doing that on the side, and there's a lot of joy to be found in that for you guys. You guys are definitely getting a lot of energy from that, whatever it is, whatever kind of artistic outlet. This is something that brings a lot of joy to your life, and you really, really, really have fun with it. So like I said, take advantage of it. If you feel called to write something, or you're feeling inspired to, paint something or draw something or knit something or whatever, like do it, because your inspiration and creative abilities are going to be very on point this month. And I think you guys are going to be highly inspired to create. Creativity is definitely a theme for this month. And sometimes when someone is in this very productive creative mode, again, this is when the haters crawl out of the woodwork. So that could explain why you're having this haterade around you guys, but you are unstoppable. So be honest with yourself about what's going on, but then stay in your bright light. And I feel like you guys are these bright lights of joy. I'm picking up so much joy in this pile. So we got Wood Nymph, Beauty. We got Moonlight, Enchantment, Magic. Reflecting Pool, Stillness. Secret Spring, Success. Hummingbird Spirit, Joy. And Aspen Spirit, Courage. So many positive cards. I think it's really interesting that the tarot, which I guess people make jokes and memes about that, like the tarot is like the goth, and then the oracle cards are like happy and upbeat, which is sometimes how it works, not always, but you guys in this time it's definitely true, because the tarot was more, we got some wisdom of warnings and about negativity, but the oracle cards are just saying this is going to be a really positive, beautiful month. I mean, so many positive cards. Like I feel like you guys got all the major positive cards in this deck. Happiness, joy, success, magic, beauty. So like take time this month. I'm seeing some of you guys do stuff outdoors. I don't know if you're going to be taking a trip outdoors or hiking or going into the woods. I'm seeing like woods. So it feels like, yeah, there's like trees around. And I don't know if you guys are going to be doing that with friends, but I'm just seeing someone having a lot of fun. Like I feel like whatever this is, I'm seeing people around a campfire, like talking. So I feel like you guys are going to be enjoying time with some friends, maybe spending time in nature. I don't know if it's together or separate, but I feel like if you guys get offered these opportunities, take it. I feel like this theme for your month as well is like youthfulness and joy and young energy and staying positive in spite of like people who may come against you. So step into this month with a little bit of bravery, but there's nothing too negative for me to talk about because all the cards are super positive. So I see you guys getting success, looking really good. Also make sure to take advantage of the fact that you are radiating beauty this month. So, if you get offered or asked to go out to a bar, to a club, say yes. Put yourself out there. Don't hermit up. Don't be in hermit mode all the time. Make sure you guys are actually taking those opportunities, because I think you guys are really looking radiantly beautiful. Your energy is beautiful this month. It's very on point. I mean, I just feel so much joy. I almost feel like laughing. So I feel like you guys are going to be laughing a lot, having like moments of happiness and excitability, and just like, even though the tarot started off with some warnings, this is very positive for you guys. It feels like almost like there's a weight that's been lifted, maybe in association with the Six of Swords energy and the Deceit card. Maybe once you clear these things out of your life, it's just like all positive. I often find when someone has a toxic person or situation in their life, they're just like blown away by how much more positive they are when they remove it. Like it's like, I knew I was going to be happier, but I had no idea it was going to be this much better. I didn't know that this person was bringing down my energy field so much. And I do find people with your kind of energy, positive, happy, upbeat, they tend, just combined those words, they do tend to attract people who want to siphon off that energy, who don't have positive energy of their own. And then it ends up being an energetic leech thing. So just like if you were to attach a bunch of leeches to your body, I know that's kind of a gross metaphor, but yeah, if you were and they were sucking your blood every single day, you would start getting really weak and exhausted, and you'd probably be like, what is wrong with my health? Or like, I'm usually so energetic, but I just don't feel good. I haven't felt good for weeks. And you would be wondering what the heck's going on, and anyone would be like, hello, it's those leeches hanging off your arm, like, duh. But energetically speaking, we don't always see that. We're just like, I don't know, I'm just down in the dumps. Like for me, I think once you do this kind of work professionally, you just realize how intense it is, because I think a lot of tarot readers and intuitives, like in my private sessions and stuff, starting, when I first started, it was like, oh, I don't need to sage that much. I'll sage once a week, it's no big deal. And then you find one of the energies stays with you or comes into your dreams or is like hanging out in your room, and you have to clear, you have to regularly clear. And if you don't, you will find your energy so affected. It's so important. I think we underestimate it, and it takes something like doing it professionally where you're like, oh my God, this is this person from the reading that's coming to me and is staying in my room, to make you realize the extent to which we get affected by these things. So like, don't think that, like, if you guys have been feeling negative, I feel like your natural state is very joyful. So if you haven't been feeling joyful, this is about returning to that. And this is about clearing out the people that aren't serving you. And they got to go. They can't stick around. They got to get an eviction notice and they got to leave. So it's time for you guys to serve them a spiritual eviction notice and clear them out of your life and make way for the good things. So we got delight, action, freedom, openness, going forward, and gateway. So this is a very pivotal month for you guys. That's going to be like a gateway and bring you into all these opportunities for happiness and joy. I just think you guys need to be open to it. I think some of you guys may be a little closed off. Everyone, I think a lot of people in the spiritual community can be a little closed off, because we all are afraid of the nasty people, and the empaths a lot of times have been hurt, so they can sometimes go into hermit mode and not realize the extent to which. And it's like, be open, don't be closed off or be assuming everyone's going to be toxic like this, because they're definitely not. And we're put on this planet to absorb and enjoy life and actually be present in the moment and actually be open to the beauty and to the new people and the energy. So don't be staving that off and just, isolating yourself or anything like that. I see you guys having a lot of happiness this month, joy, delight, good things coming in. And don't be afraid. Like if you get invited to go out somewhere or to do something, definitely take advantage of that. I see you guys pushing forward in your life and really having it's like once you clear out some of these old energies or step away from that, move out and take that Six of Swords moment to move on to something new, it gives you so much freedom and you're feeling so good and it's so positive. And then we just have all these positive cards. So it's like, yeah, this is a beautiful change of leaving something behind and stepping into something new that I think is like a gateway in your life to beautiful moments of joy and happiness. So yeah, really positive. Let me get some fairy cards, fairy oracle. So we got precious time, find balance, flourish. Okay. What messages for April for pile 3? We got manifestation. That's 2 cards about manifestation. Protect your dreams, new beginnings. And what's coming through with protect your dreams is some of you guys may have people around you, again, with the secret hater energy that I'm getting. You might have people around you that tell you guys that, the things that you have going on in your life aren't that great, or like, oh, that's a really bad idea. I'm going to shuffle these cards too because I was meaning to pull these, but like, oh, I don't know about that idea for a business. It doesn't sound that great or something like that. And I feel like it's like you really need to know to block that out and to welcome in these new beginnings. And there's a lot of messages about bravery for you guys, like new beginnings, transformation, valiant courage. Like it's like, just don't be afraid of these changes. Welcome them in. Know that anything that's being removed from your life is a blessing. Something I posted on my Instagram, again, you guys can, I'll post a link in my bio, was that it was something like, God is protecting you from a life of being cheated on or being stuck in a horrible career, and he's removing things from your life and you're sitting here crying. And that is the best description. When I do, like I said, private readings, sometimes something like, oh, this is going to end will come up and the person's like so resistant. And I'm like, but it's so positive. It's going to be so positive in the end. But people can get so stuck on this idea of like, this is what I need in my life, or I have to make this work with this person. It's like, no, you definitely don't. And you should be welcoming in the beautiful stuff that's beautiful off the bat, not trying to hedge your bets and be like, well, this is kind of toxic, but it's kind of okay. Would you drink water that was like 5% toxic or 20% toxic or 50% toxic? No, you would just throw it out. You'd be like, absolutely not. I'm going to go get some purified water or some spring water, fluoride-free water, But you guys, sometimes in relationships, you'll tolerate like 50% toxicity in the relationships. And so it's like, don't be afraid, because anything being removed from your life is meant to be removed. I love the phrase, any rejection is a blessing. It's God's blessing. All rejection is a blessing. So, anything that's being cleared is meant to be cleared. Take that as a win, a positive. Be like, yay, I'm so glad. And I feel like you guys are doing that. I'm not saying you guys are going to lose out on something. I feel like for some of you guys, this is a big relief. But, definitely be welcoming this in, because I see this changing in your life in a good, positive way. Let me get some astro dice for y'all as well. So we got Scorpio, we got the 6th house, and we got Uranus. So 6th house relates to Virgo and to Mercury. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and it relates to the 8th house. So with Uranus, that relates to Aquarius in the 11th house and other relationships. And this might be a bit of a surprise. Whatever changes are happening, it may be unexpected. It may be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is what's going on. It may, be something you're not really seeing coming all the way. I feel like with the 6th house, because Virgo is a perfectionist, it's telling you to be a little bit of a perfectionist about some of these things in your life. Like I said, if it's not working, it's not working. So clear it. Don't be hoping like, well, it's not really working. If your car was like halfway not working and like the brakes would fail every once in a while, you would stop driving. You'd be like, I'm not driving this thing because it's going to cause an accident. You know what I mean? Or if once in a while your kitchen blew up and like caused a giant fire, you would stop cooking in it probably, or you would go get it fixed. So that's the thing, is like, if there's someone causing constant chaos in your life and like really bad stuff, it's time to clear. Or if there's a situation like a job where you're really stressed all the time, again, time to clear, and don't second guess. Maybe some of you guys already made these changes and it's just spirit confirming, like maybe you're thinking of getting back with them, or like, that job wasn't so bad, maybe I should go back. No. Spirit is saying this is the right choice, the right decision. And Scorpio and Pluto relate to big transformational change that really alters everything, and truly is just a huge, massive change in someone's life. So again, if you guys are having a big change happen, a big moment of transformation, I want you guys to welcome that. I don't want you to be afraid of it or to be like unsure of it, because know that like you guys are so divinely protected on this path, and anything being removed from your life is being removed for a reason, because you guys deserve the best. And maybe you should say that to yourself. I deserve the best. I deserve the best friends, the best job, the best relationships. Obviously nothing is going to be 100% perfect. Every job is going to have aspects that are annoying or whatever. But when you're really aligned with your purpose and you're surrounded by people that want to support you, things just are so much easier. They flow so much better. It's just, you don't have to fight and have all this hardship and like wish they were better and try to see the best in them, because it just flows easy. And I feel like you guys should welcome that in. So yeah, I see like this month you guys are leaving certain things behind, but a lot of your manifestations are coming through. You guys are becoming aligned, I feel like, a lot of you guys, with your highest destiny. And so welcome in these new beginnings, because they're a blessing. Even though it might seem like an ending, it's really a new beginning, and it's really something new being added to your life. So we're seeing some adding and subtracting, and just know that it's an ultimately a huge addition, not a subtraction, even though it might seem like that in the moment. So I'm really excited for you guys. Pile 3, let me know if it resonates in the comments, and make sure to give this reading a big thumbs up if it did, and make sure to subscribe, turn those notifications on. And if you guys want to check out my Patreon, the link is in my bio for that, and I post all my additional readings over there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sending you so much love and light. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye. Hey, pile 4. So for your pick a card, you guys got Dry Desert, and for your tarot, you got the 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 10 of Cups, Temperance, and the Lovers. So wow, what incredibly positive cards for you guys. I feel like you guys are having a lot of balance in your life and blessings overall with the 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. Some kind of business thing may be coming to fruition. It may be something you guys have worked on for a while, and I love that the 10 of Pentacles is followed by the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe you level up within this and really achieve something you guys wanted, and then there's even a new opportunity coming through. Maybe it's a side hustle, a new business, some new opportunity presenting itself. So you kind of reach this fruition point where you've achieved a level of success, and then something new comes in at the same time. So we're achieving and completing a cycle and beginning a new one, and I love that for you guys. So that generally indicates a lot of wealth and abundance for you guys this month. You may be having a lot of luxury around you. You guys might be going on a luxurious trip. I'm seeing a beautiful hotel room, or a really nice restaurant, or something very upscale for you guys. With the 10 of Cups though, and Temperance coming in, and the Lovers, I feel like there's a message that you're not just going to be only focused on business. This is an overall glow up. You guys are feeling emotionally fulfilled. Maybe some of you guys were neglecting one side of your life. Maybe you were working really hard on business, or working really hard on your love life, or fulfilling your emotional side, but you weren't focused on the other side. And we have this incredible balance this month between your emotional fulfillment and your kind of physical world fulfillment of the Pentacles. So your financial status, everything is in balance this month. I feel like this is just a banner month for you guys. Like, there is so much goodness coming in. I really just am seeing so much positivity with the tarot. I can't believe it. I was just like, wow, when I was pulling cards, because with the Lovers, maybe you guys are having a romance come in, or maybe if you're already in a relationship, you're getting an engagement or a wedding, something like that. Yeah, I'm also seeing some of you guys may be traveling to a wedding, or there may be a wedding in here somehow, but this may be a soulmate. It may also, for some of you guys, be someone from your past with the 6 of Cups. It may be someone that you had a love with that ended for whatever reason, coming back in for you guys. 6 of Cups can also talk about just that kind of childhood crush type energy. So a relationship that is filled with that kind of giddy young love type energy, even if you're older, you know, where it just feels like it's young and fresh and a beautiful relationship. But with the 10 of Cups, you guys are very emotionally fulfilled this time. And the 10 of Pentacles, your finances are on point too. Maybe you guys will be getting, I don't know, like a tax return or something for some of you. But it seems like whatever it is, this abundance now allows you to start something new. So with the Ace of Pentacles, it's a new business opportunity. It's not just like reaching success, but it's moving on to the next as well. And with Dry Desert coming out right off the top, some of you guys may have felt like you were in a dry desert. I can see with the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords can kind of talk about trying to decide between a decision, and being very indecisive and being very torn, even though maybe one of them is like obviously better to Spirit, and Spirit is like, hello, choose that one. But we can still be like, I don't know, I'm not sure, and like put a blindfold on. And so maybe you guys have been having a hard time, and this month is coming in to teach you guys that you can have whatever it is you want, and that blessings are your birthright and you deserve it all. But I feel like a lot of you guys were putting in the work, and now it comes to fruition, and now we have the payoff. And this month just feels like overall so positive. I mean, I guess there could be some more positive cards coming in, but honestly, these are so positive. It's just crazy. So I just feel like this is a banner month for you guys. This is like fruition month, dream month for a lot of you guys. So let's get more cards. I'm trying to figure out some guidance to give y'all, but I'm like, I just don't know because this just seems too positive. I can't imagine any like guidance you would need. Okay, so we got Pegasus transcending, Spirit Guardian of Autumn, letting go, Thicket of Thorns, uncertainty, and Willow Spirit, flexibility. So I feel like there is this message that, you know, it's okay to let go, or if you guys have been feeling not your best, maybe that's why this month is coming in so positive. Some of you guys may have been struggling and feeling like you're just doing stuff, and I'm almost getting the feeling like for some of you guys, it felt like you were working really hard on something, but nothing, like why am I putting in the work? Why am I working so hard? It's never going to pay off. I'm just kind of stuck in this, or I'm putting in the work, but I'm just not seeing it grow at the rate I expected. And so maybe you get a big boost this month. You get something that unexpectedly glows up, unexpectedly does really well, that teaches you that like you do have the power and you are capable of achieving your dreams and you are on the right path. Temperance can talk about patience and things sometimes taking longer than you expect, and also that need for balance that we talked about. But maybe for some of you guys, this is kind of like a little message this month of like, keep going. Like you get a little reward that gives you the vision towards that 10 of Pentacles that you will be achieving. So pay attention to any messages you might get this month or any visions. I feel like some of you guys might be, like I said, opening a side hustle, a side business. Maybe you've been wanting another stream of income, or maybe you guys have been hoping that some kind of business opportunity would present itself. And I feel like this month you might be getting downloads about that. You might be getting information from Spirit about opening a business or something you could do to earn more money. And if you do get some message in that regard, definitely pay a lot of attention to it, because these messages are going to be very powerful this month. And this month is a time where there's kind of unlimited potential for you guys to do really, really well. So make sure you're taking advantage of it. And if you do get some kind of a message, realize that whatever comes in this month has the potential to reach 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles energy, 10 of Cups energy, emotional fulfillment, joy. Pay attention also to the people that come in, because you may be meeting this lover energy. You may be meeting a very attractive person that has the potential for being a real long-term partner. I feel like you guys will know if that's the person based on if you feel giddy, excited, because again, with the 6 of Cups, it's kind of like childhood crush energy. It's someone who is going to make you feel kind of like a kid again. Like, you know, when you had a crush when you were a teenager and it was just so exciting and it was just the best thing ever. That's kind of the feeling of the 6 of Cups. It's a love that is very like, you know, excited and fun and excitable and giggly and like, you know, like that crush feeling, not that adult love where you're just kind of maturely with each other and holding hands. It's more like, you know, oh my gosh, I can't believe I get to see them in algebra class today. Like, so if there's someone who comes in that makes you feel like that and gives you those butterflies, this is a very positive message to you guys. And there's butterflies on this card, that is for you. Maybe you guys are going to see butterflies this month, or that's something significant for you as well. But I really feel like the message from Spirit is keep open, because if you've been struggling or being like, I feel really lost about how to move ahead, I feel like you guys are going to get that message this month of how exactly to reach that 10 of Pentacles energy. Spirit is going to put blessings in your path, and either you're going to reach it this month, or it may take, you know, a minute with Temperance coming in. But either way, this is the path that you guys are definitely on this month. And I see you guys really, really, really doing well and getting a really positive message of fulfillment and happiness that really, should send the message to you that either you're on the right path or the way to get on the right path. And I don't see it being something really hard to get to. We got financial health, new beginnings, confidence, lighten your load, and empowerment. So like I said, for some of you guys, there's a call for balance in your life. Maybe you guys have been in those, you know, 7 of Pentacles energy where you're putting in the work, you're working really hard, and maybe there's a message of lightening your load and not being so focused on Pentacles and moving into the 10 of Cups and emotional fulfillment. Like there may be a message for some of you guys that, you know, your emotional state is just as important as your finances. finances. And I feel like your finances are doing really well this month. Maybe you guys haven't been able to focus so much on your emotional side because you've had to hustle financially. Things haven't been so easy, or there's just been things that are kind of up in the air and it didn't feel like you could just sit back, relax, and just take it easy. And now this month, maybe I'm feeling for a lot of you guys, things are going to open up a lot more and you're going to have more space to do the things you really love. So take opportunity of that. If someone, asks you like midday, like, hey, do you want to go grab lunch? And you're like, well, I have a couple meetings, but maybe I could squeeze you in, like, go ahead and do it. Like make that time for yourself, pamper yourself, spend that time looking after yourselves, because I feel like Spirit is saying you guys are going to achieve success. There's no reason for you guys to worry. You are on this path and you're already, a lot of you guys in this pile are doing really well financially anyway. You're already in a good financial place. So you don't need to freak out or, work yourself to the grindstone to the point where you're exhausted. If instead you guys need to really know your worth, like maybe some of you guys are raising your prices or asking for a raise or increasing your salary, because I feel like there's something in this month with you guys realizing how much you bring to the table. It feels like you guys have been working for a really long time, but as you reach Pentacles energy, that is that fulfillment and like a status moment. Like it's like, okay, I reached the top. So I feel like there's a level of you guys realizing that you really are doing so much and that you are worth it. And sometimes that can lead to that reflection of like, you know what, I've actually put in so much work. Of course I can take this break. Of course I can take time off. Of course I can leave on time instead of staying for 3 extra hours after work every day. Or, it may be just that, again, you realize you need to ask for more money. But either way, you guys leave this month so confident. And I feel like, again, before you enter this month with a little bit of doubt in your mind of like, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? And the clarity and realizations you get this month make you realize that you are on the right path and how to actually perfect it, what you could improve to make it better. And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, this is either a new business or taking your already existing business and introducing something new to it, or asking for a raise. Something needs to be tweaked. And by the end of this month, I feel like it will be. And whatever it is going to allow you guys to make a lot more money and find a lot more success. So this is a huge glow up time for you guys. And, if you guys get messages about, I think I need to increase this or change that, definitely do it. Let's get more cards for you guys. So we got going forward, we got security, we got wisdom, we got transformation, and we got simplicity. So something that's coming up for a lot of you guys is that for a while you haven't felt secure. Maybe your financial situation was up in the air for a long time and you weren't sure about it. Or maybe your job was up in the air and it was a competitive environment and you always felt like you had to kind of look over your shoulder, like, is this person making more money, or is this person putting in extra hours, or is my boss going to be mad at me for this? But it feels like now it's almost like you can exhale, take a breath. During this month you get some kind of a clarity about your status, and I feel like it's really good clarity. It's like, oh dang, I'm in a really good position. I don't need to worry. I don't need to stress. I don't need to be on edge about this. And that gives you this wisdom that you needed and makes you realize how your situation isn't precarious, because only you are bringing this beautiful energy that you guys have. So because of that, you come in with a lot more confidence and you just feel secure. The worries are over. The worries are ending this month. And I feel like a lot of you guys also might want to simplify your life, maybe paring back your schedule or changing things or working smarter, not harder. So maybe you guys there's something you can tweak in your schedule or something you can tweak in how you guys work. Maybe again, asking for more pay or something, or working for more money, but less hours or something like that, or changing your hours. But either way, I just feel like this thing that you simplify in your life really is a positive transformation. I feel like you guys aren't as in doubt this month. I see a lot of you guys have been struggling with doubt or wondering if you're on the right path, or feeling precarious in your position. Now this month, it seems like you finally reached that moment of confidence and you're transforming into the highest and best version of yourself. So this month, I think you finally have the kind of wherewithal and self-confidence to give yourself the self-care and maybe set some boundaries with some people. Maybe, someone asks you if you can stay late or if you can cover an extra project, or like, well, can you make sure that you email the client this? And you're like, actually, that's your job. Or you feel comfortable with pushing back a little and being like, no, I actually have to leave on time. You pay me to work till 5 and that's when I gotta go. So you want to pay me to stay a couple extra hours, I can, but other than that, I gotta leave at 5. And so I feel like you guys are putting up some necessary boundaries that allow you guys to pay more attention to your mental and emotional health. And I think that's a really positive change that your guides are really happy with and impressed with. And that's where all these positive, beautiful blessings come in. When we know our own worth, it's such a beautiful major key moment where we start radiating that confident energy of knowing we deserve the best, and everything just is so much better for us. So we got wandering path, enjoy the journey. First light, beginning a new cycle, infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons, and wondrous universe, walk in beauty. I mean, like I said, could we imagine more positive cards? I mean, maybe if we threw the sun in there, but like, I don't know. You guys have the gamut of positivity covered this month. So I feel like you guys get the magical lucky month this month. Like, of all the piles, I'm awarding you guys the Briar Rose Award for Positive Month, because you guys are just having so much positivity come in. Obviously money, possibly some travel. I feel like some of you guys are going to be traveling or planning a trip this month. And it may also just be something new in your career, but a lot of you guys, I feel like, will be traveling or setting a trip into motion. I'm seeing some of you guys get an invitation somewhere, even if it's just like, hey, come to this restaurant. It would be somewhere new, somewhere fun that you would be like, I'm so glad I went. It was the best time. Or like, that was my favorite meal I ever had. Oh my God, it's my new favorite place. So like, if you get invitations this month, definitely take it, take people up on that. And I feel like there's a message here that you need to actually enjoy life. We got enjoy the journey and we got walk in beauty. So the message with walk in beauty is like, I think sometimes when people are in pentacle energy, they tend to be very focused on like, okay, the brass tacks of like, did I get this done? Did I get this done? Did I get this done? But the reality is that life is like a marathon, not a sprint. And sometimes we can actually exhaust ourselves trying to push ourselves way too hard and not having that balance, not taking the time to stop and smell the roses or go for a morning walk. So many people who like introduce a walk into the middle of the day, or take the time to go work out, or take the time to make themselves a small healthy meal instead of just grabbing like a cereal bar and like a granola bar and like barely focusing as they eat. And if they take the time to like chop up some tomatoes and mix it up with some cucumbers and make themselves a nice little healthy salad and some feta cheese or whatever you guys like to eat. That's what I've been eating lately with Kalamata olives and other stuff too, obviously. But yeah, so like, if you take the time to make yourself a cute little salad to eat during the middle of the day, that like actually the rest of the day goes so much better and your productivity goes up. So sometimes we can think like, oh, I can't take this weekend off, I'm supposed to be working. But if we go see our friends that weekend and actually enjoy and rejuvenate ourselves, we come back to work so much better, so much happier. So I think this is a message of like, take that time to find the beautiful things in your life because you deserve it. And Spirit doesn't want us to be out of balance. That's why y'all got temperance. Spirit wants us to have balance and have the work hard, play hard, and everything, not just one or the other. And I feel like these changes you make are going to be leading to you guys making more money. So don't be afraid of it. Don't be like, oh God, no, I can't go out tonight. I mean, I have work the next day. If you feel called to do it, like, why not? Because life, we have one life. So we want to make sure that we're balancing it out. We're enjoying all of it. We're not just rushing through to like, once I make enough money, then everything's going to be good. this is your life right now, right? This is your life. And you'll look back one day at one of these days and be like, those were the good days. So you want to make sure you're taking advantage of it and living life and enjoying and having fun and taking time out for yourself. So let me get more cards for you guys. So we got the Fairy Oracle cards for pile 4. What's happening in April? What messages do they need to hear for April? What messages do they need to hear for April? So we got life energy. See, that reminds me of the sun. And I said, what's the one card we could use? The sun. Oh my gosh, because life energy comes from the sun. Hope. Okay, so maybe some of you guys need hope. Lost and found. I'm almost feeling like some of you guys are going to find yourself, you know? And oh my God, what was I talking about with time? Precious time. So like, and as I'm saying that, journey, don't rush the journey. I was just about to say don't rush the journey, and journey came out. So don't rush through. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to go out. I don't have time to see my friends. I don't have time to go to this little cafe and grab a cappuccino. I gotta work. It's like, no, maybe you'll feel so much more rejuvenated if you go take that, 30-minute stroll to the corner coffee shop and sip a cappuccino and like take in the day. Like that is going to actually give you more energy, more life energy, and you're going to find this second win that you need. So never feel bad about doing that. I feel like you guys need more balance this month, and you're going to find it. But you're going to overall just be glowing up so much. Like I'm just so happy for this month because I feel like the money's coming in, the happiness is coming in, the joy is coming in, the friendships are coming in. And it's just so positive, and you guys deserve it. Like this is such a beautiful energy that I know you guys have been working hard for a while. Maybe you felt kind of lost or felt kind of like life was stilted, and now it's like that beauty is coming in. I'm so happy. So let's get some Astro Dice for pile 4 for the month of April. So we got Gemini, we got the sun. Oh my God, we got the sun. Wow, that's funny. Again, like I'm telling you, this is such a positive energy. Wow. Like if you guys don't need proof that spirit listens to these readings as we're doing them, and he's like, you said you wanted the sun, there you go. So you guys are having sun energy. So that is, like I said, the source of all life. It's so positive. It's the ultimate luminary. So this is a beautiful light energy in your life, beautiful light-filled, happy, joyous energy this month for you guys. And Gemini relates to communication. It relates to the 3rd house. And Gemini is the twin, so it's balanced. So, that's the thing that sometimes I think people can be kind of negative about Geminis. I don't really know why, because I love Gemini, but it's like I love Geminis, but they can have two sides to them. So Geminis are known that like with one moment in their life, they'll be super business focused, and then the next they're totally chill, or they'll be chaotic one moment, really disciplined the next. They have two personalities. Sometimes people get mad at that, but that's how they're supposed to be. That's their energy. That's their soul energy. So be aware that we contain multitudes. Sometimes people try to put us in one box. Maybe that's why people get so negative about Geminis online. They want us to be one thing, but that's not how we are. We have all things. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, pay all attention to all the aspects of your life. Don't be hyper focused on one and letting the other stuff fall by the wayside, because your emotional health and your financial health are equally important. We need both, right? We can't have just one or the other. We can't be happy, but like finances are falling apart and our house is about to be repossessed. Like that's going to stress us out. We're not going to be happy, but we also can't be just like, working and just focused on money and totally miserable and like never having any joy, because that would be a disaster. And also 1st house, and 1st house is ruled by Aries, and that is a house which is related to Mars, and that is a house I associate with being really bold, stepping towards life with boldness. And I feel like Spirit is saying that if you guys have been holding yourselves back a little or focused on work and not focused on putting yourselves out there, this is the month to really focus on bringing in happiness and emotional joy. So if you get invited to go to a bar with people you don't know that well, go, like, or obviously pay attention to your safety, but put yourselves out there in the world. And maybe in your career as well. I'm getting messages that some of you guys might need to send out your resume or be doing a business thing, and maybe you're a little nervous and uncertain about it. And this is the message that you need to go for it. You need to attack life with full force, right? We're not put on in life to sit on the sidelines and just kind of watch life flow by. We're put in it to be engaged. It's like if you were playing a video game, you wouldn't just spend your time like hiding away from the enemy, even if you could, right? If you're supposed to fight like a dragon in the video game, you don't just stick on the sidelines and be like, I don't know about this, I'm just scared. You run in and you fight the dragon. Otherwise, what's the point, right? You could just do other things than play the video game. So when we're put in life, our guides want to see us engaged. They want to see us trying and, and putting ourselves out there and really going for it. They don't want us to just be hedging our bets and being overly cautious and being like, oh, I don't think this is going to work out. I'm not going to try. I'm just going to stay back here. They want us to be going for it with full force. That's why I say, I have a phrase to myself that like, if I'm not being rejected, I'm not doing it right. And I know that may sound weird, but my point is I always push myself to do things. Maybe I don't feel fully ready for it, or maybe I'm not like, I'm not fully certain it's going to work out. And that's your sign that you're doing it right. Whenever you feel fully confident of what you're doing, honestly, that's a sign that you've let something stagnate. We need to be constantly pushing ourselves to get better, pushing ourselves a little out of our comfort zone, because that's one thing we as humans can do, is get very complacent and just kind of lazy and like, well, this is fine. And it's like, no, we want to be engaged. We want to be pushing ourselves, be brave. So I feel like this message is be brave, step towards this, like journey to faraway places. Let's do this, because we only get one life. So pay attention to the precious time, and that, time is limited. So take the biggest advantage of it you can. So I really hope that helped. Pile 4, let me know if it did in the comments. I love hearing from you guys, your thoughts, your stories, and make sure to give it a big thumbs up as well. And I will be back very soon for another reading. So make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications on. And if you want to check out my Patreon, I post additional readings over there. So definitely check that out if you want to join our little party over there. I am sending you guys so much love and light. I hope you all have an amazing day and take care of yourselves. And I will see you next time. Bye.